Hello, everybody. This is Christina Fasonic broadcasting live to you from Wheeling, West Virginia, as part of our very brand new series, WCONA Live reading series. And we will be featuring Northern Appalachian writers from all over the region every Monday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Tonight, we have a reader, Damien Dressick. And let me give you a little bit of information about him, and then I'll let him do his reading. Damien Dressick is the author of the coal country novel 40 Patchtown, Bottom Dog Press 2020, so it just came out, and the story collection Fables of Deconstruction, forthcoming from Clash Books, also this year. His fiction and essays have appeared in more than 50 literary journals and anthologies, including, most recently, W. Norton's New Micro, Post Road, New Orleans Review, Cutbank, Hippocampus, and HeartWood Literary Journal. Damien serves as the fiction editor for the brand new Northern Appalachia Review, and he teaches at Clarion University. So, Damien, would you like to do your reading for us tonight?
I very much would. Thanks, Christina, for that lovely introduction. I'm really glad to be here at our inaugural week of WCONA Live. So I'm not going to be reading from this, but please go to bottomdogpress.com and buy. There we go. 40 Patchtown. According to Pinckney Benedict, it's as fine a first novel as one could hope for. According to Karen Zacharias, I'm the freshest voice from Appalachia since Wiley Cash. But I'm not going to be reading from it tonight because there's really nothing to do in 4 minutes that's going to work in that book. So I'm going to be reading a short story. Now, if everybody's wanted to hear about methamphetamine addicted grizzly bears, this is the story for you. Well, yes, I know. My students are tuning in. I said, how often will you hear a professor read about that? So this is called Another Night with Jim. Tonight, you're working again with Jim. And that's something about which it's hard to be happy. It's not so much his reactionary politics or that he's often late to the mid-rise building you both work as janitors. It's not even that Jim occasionally forgets to swirl the toxic bleaching chemical in an alarming number of urinals, forcing Birthhound, your imperious Albanian boss, to demand you take up the slack. No, the reason it's hard to work with Jim is because he's a grizzly bear. 9.5 feet tall and maybe 1,200 pounds, Jim towers over, well, everything. Mops, vacuum cleaners, the rotating marble polisher you take turns sliding across the lobby's checkerboard patterned floor, all are dwarfed in his massive paws. Wrapped in his prickly pelt, Jim gripes and bitches his way through shift after endless shift, depleting the vending machines mercilessly and foraging loudly in the legal secretary's desks for protein bars. You can't say there haven't been some good times. Like when Jim got you and your girlfriend free tickets to see him ride the unicycle at the Butler County Fair, or the currency of his information on where to get the freshest honey. But on the whole, Jim has been a challenging coworker at best. Last spring's infamous basketball argument, for example, in which your support for Bill Russell over Hakeem Olajuwon as the best center to ever hit the hardwood resulted in Jim rearing onto his hind legs and tossing a floor model-sized photocopier across a conference room at your head, destroying several pricey pieces of designer office furniture in the bargain. Tonight, however, when you arrive, after having done your best to psych yourself up for another evening of cleaning toilets, wiping down desks, and disposing of various accountant and lawyer trash, Jim is nowhere to be found. Not that Jim hasn't had troubles at work before. Last summer, he was really down on himself for eating all the chocolate from the building's reception area instead of foraging for nuts and berries. And it's hard to count the number of times he's missed half a shift futilely hunting for spawning salmon in the small stream that bisects the office park. But it's Birthhound who finally clues you in that Jim is hiding upstairs in the secret hallway leading to the freight elevator. Is it the hunters again, you wonder? Or is Jim expecting Another visit from the animal rights people who want to sedate him and fly him by helicopter to a remote region of Minnesota where he will never again be able to watch his beloved Houston Rockets and instead be forced to listen to that nightmarish flattened O every time someone says the word cola. But when you do eventually locate a shaking Jim cowering behind a dumpster, he tells you that due to substantial debts, it's Manny he's avoiding, his connection for the extra strong methamphetamines he's been shooting since early November to avoid hibernation, and its attendant weight gain, not to mention the squandering of his carefully hoarded stash of sick, personal, and vacation days. Thank you. Glad you're all able to be here. Bottom Dog Press, 40 Patchtown.
That was awesome, Damien. I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me, Christina.
Sure.
You're here next week, right?
Oh, yeah. We'll be back next week on Monday night with Larry Smith from Bottom Dog Press, who is also a writer, poet, and he writes some other things. And then April 9th, we'll be featuring Bonnie Proudfoot, also at the same time, but on Thursday. And she'll be reading from Goshen Road, her brand new book that just was released like last month.
I have read Goshen Road. Goshen Road is an amazing, awesome novel. You should run out and buy a copy of Goshen Road. It is. I'm writing a review of it right now, and I found it to be just an outstanding piece of fiction. It was powerful and engrossing.
I have it on my list, and I can't wait because everything Bonnie has ever touched, whether it's sculpture or glass or drawing, is amazing. Her poetry is amazing, so I can't wait to read it. It's definitely in my pile of books to read. So I'll see you soon, Damien, next week, right here.
Next week, right here.
All right, thank you. Good night.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
I hope you enjoyed it.